Hello all you beautiful people, welcome to my channel. I'm Sunny and today I'm going to be reviewing the trailer for Shamshera. So let's get started and you'll see I've got a special guest again.
Hi, it's me.
Hi everybody, so as you can see I've got my special guest Alex, who you probably saw in the last video for the trailer reaction of Brahmastra. But today we're going to be looking at the trailer for Shamshera, which is again another Ranbir Kapoor film. Ranbir Kapoor doesn't have a film released for 4 years, and then he comes back and he has 2 films back to back. So everyone's looking forward to Brahmastra because as I said, it's quite a good big budget film. This film is big budget as well. So let's just dive into it and see what you think of the trailer.
Sure.
Okay. And tell me what you think of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
ये कहानी है उसकी जो कहता था गुलामी किसी की अच्छी नहीं होती और आजादी तुम्हें कोई देता नहीं, आजादी छीननी पड़ती है। ये कहानी है शमशेरा की।
अरे कोई नई बात बता खजूरी, ये बात तो बचपन से सुन के जवान हुआ हूं मैं।
चलो अब बताओ, तुम सब खमेरन और मैं कौन?
सुना है काजा में कोई नया नकाबी लुटेरा आया है।
त्योहार शादी ब्याह कुछ नहीं छोड़ा उसने।
मेरी तिजोरी कहाँ चली जा रही?
पागल हो गया? अकेला गोरी सल्तनत से पंगे लेगा?
अकेला कहाँ हूँ, पूरा गिरोह है मेरा। अब बता,
पक्का मरेगा तू।
ये नया शमशेरा कहाँ से लौट आया?
हमारा जीना आराम कर रखा है साहब।
आप ही हमें उन जंगलियों से मुक्ति दिला सकते हैं साहब। Indian dirt only Indian hand can clean. White hand get black, sir. अब शुद्ध सिंह इनकी सफाई करेगा।
शुद्ध होने का वक्त आ गया है दरोगा साहेब।
तेरी माँ का मुकुट क्वीन क्राउन सर।
तुझ में शमशेरा का खून है, निडर बेबाक।
कर्म से डकैत, धर्म से आजाद।
You're going to get me into Bollywood one day. Genuinely, because that was good. I like that.
I mean, what did you make of it?
It was
the
cool.
story,
I
it
liked
was almost like a Robin Hood film.
It was underdog
Yeah,
kind of
so
tone.
I think he's robbing from the rich because he takes a safe away.
Yeah, okay, I found it a bit.
Yeah,
bit
and then
fun.
so he's carefree, doesn't give a shit about
Yeah.
anything, and then suddenly, obviously, he's thrust into
Civil.
into something seriousness of his character developing. But you got the fact that he actually plays his father as well as
Yeah, I think I noticed that
at the end.
Yeah.
So basically, his father is the serious character who's trying to free the slaves, and so he was in. He had a legacy which he left behind, and then the son's obviously trying to fulfill his destiny. But and then eventually, obviously, he becomes from a very carefree character, jokey to
Yeah, I think I was gonna say I think they could have maybe done that to show contrast.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're sort of cut from the same cloth, obviously, because one of them's the father, the other one's the son. But maybe I think they've done that to again show contrast about how one is really serious, wants to get you know, the freedom for the slaves, while the other one's much more carefree.
Yeah.
Still, yeah.
But, you know, he finds his destiny, obviously.
Yeah, in the end, yeah. He finds his,
So, yeah. But it's basically a Robin Hood kind of film. Has some great photography, as you can see, and I'm sure you appreciated that.
I like
being a
the shots and the scenes.
Like the big mountain scene from the top. Or when he's
I like the horse riding.
The horse riding.
Yeah, when he like sort of tied his veil around and pulled out his like sort of battle axe of sorts, and just I really like that.
And then the crows flying at the end when the father and son are looking at each other. So, you know, some great angles, some great sort of lighting, some great shots as well. And of course, that lovely dance in the middle with the lovely Vaani Kapoor, who's the leading actress in this film, sort of doing her little belly dancing thing. So hopefully, you know, your girlfriend doesn't catch you sort of looking at it too much.
In my own culture, we do also have belly dancing.
Of
so
course, yeah. Alex is
half Turkish.
Half Turkish. So,
and you know they do belly dancing.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, she's a gorgeous woman, as you can see. And yeah, so as far as this film goes, it's under a big banner. Yash Raj.
I've heard. I've already seen the sort of logo. The
logo, yeah.
Yeah, like 50. You know,
Yeah,
that implies
so
the 50 years.
Yeah,
that's
50 years.
Reputation.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if you don't know their work, that already the gold, the colors, and then also the fact that it's 50 probably shows up the fact that they've got a lot of experience, that have got a lot of time, money, and effort.
Yeah. And the director of this film has worked on some really good projects as well. So there's a lot of high hopes on this one because Yash Raj Studios haven't had much success lately with their big banner film, because every film they used to sort of put out there was just turned into gold. And for the last couple of
been sort of less.
Especially they had a huge release a couple of months ago with one of their leading stars, and it was a historical epic called Prithvi Raj, and it didn't do too well at the cinemas. So hopefully this will restore their fortunes, as well as Ranbir, because now Ranbir is a golden boy in the sense that he hasn't had a release for 4 years. And as we talked about it in Brahmastra, he's got 2 back-to-back. People have missed him. He's got a huge fan base. Brahmastra has been in the making since 2014. And that's when he met his lady love, Alia Bhatt, who's a leading actress in Brahmastra. They started dating, and she's a huge favorite with the public as well. And of course, they fell in love during the making of it. So people have grown attached to them, and they got married a couple of months ago.
Oh, okay, good for them.
And only last week, I think they announced that she's expecting their first child.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, good for them then. That's nice.
So I think the interest is there for this couple. They're rooting for them. So, you know, I think both these films will do really well. Alia Bhatt, I mean, this whole family, Ranbir's family, has come through a very tragic episode. About a year and a half ago, they lost his dad, who's a legendary icon called Rishi Kapoor. And, you know, he missed, obviously, seeing his son getting married. Alia Bhatt had a huge hit on her own a couple of months ago, beginning of the year, called Gangubai Kathiawadi. She's also just recently shot for a Hollywood project. She's flown out there to Hollywood, and she's filmed out there. So there's that. Then his mother, who was a child artist and carried on working until she got married to his father, and then gave up films to raise a family. She did a couple of films here and there over the last 10 years, but she has thrown herself back into work. And she had a release last week for the first time in ages, and that film is really doing well. It's called Jug Jug Jio. So I think good fortune is smiling on this family now. Good times are here, and I think this film again is releasing first before Brahmastra. So I believe, I forgot to say, I think it was the 27th of July. I think.
I mean, that's a reasonable gap, I think.
So I think, you may see another trailer of this, because normally they release 1 or 2 trailers before.
They do that with most movies, 1 to 3 trailers.
But you can see it's set in the British Raj, so of course you saw the British guys being cruel to the Indians and enslaving them. and of course that big lovely scene with the on the train, which the camera angle, I don't know what you thought as a photography student, but the way they sort of flipped it around.
The panning,
Yeah,
I think that was a good
moved
idea.
it across as well.
Yeah,
and then of course inside the guy sort of smashes the British officer's head into the glass case of the Crown.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was all sort of like the action.
It's got messages behind it actually. It's got an actual like sort of message behind it.
Yeah. And
Especially-
also, you saw some of the action scenes. I mean, they are crazy stunts. I mean, it's not that bad in this trailer, but you saw him sort of like in that arena fighting like gladiators.
Oh
and
yeah.
with sticks and stuff like
That
that.
was quite interesting. That was like that got my blood rushing. in a
Oh,
sense.
did it? Oh, okay.
Like,
Right.
like I was like, oh, come on.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to calm you down in the cinema and sedate you.
I start screaming, "Oh, get beat the crap out of him!"
Yeah. So, again, would you go and see something like this?
I would.
Yeah, because it
But I
will be
think-
released everywhere. We'll have subtitles, as I said. Or you can wait for it on OTT platforms like Netflix or Prime or whatever.
Yeah.
It'll be on there. But I think we're definitely going to take you to see Brahmastra.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely, because that's your more your cup of tea. This one, I think you'd be interested.
Yeah, I'd still be interested based on how they presented it through the trailer. I'm really quite intrigued by it. I think the only thing what I would have to do before wanting to watch it was to do actual research behind it and understand the sort of genuinely understand actually the what's the word I'm looking for, sort of impact that these events have had and why they portrayed it like this on.
Well, let me tell you, you don't have to do any research. I mean,
No, I personally like
it
to.
is entertainment at the end of the day. So whatever information you need to know is you know that the British ruled India for ages. So that's all you need to know.
Okay.
And then this just shows you the atrocities or
War, the crimes. that
the
committed,
crimes and whatever. And within that, this story is set. So yeah, I mean, you don't have to be super clued up before you go to see it. So the film is going to inform you what you need to know, but you don't have to do a whole heap of research into it. It's again like any film. If you go and see a Hollywood sort of epic historical film, you don't necessarily know the background to it, but you learn as you watch the film. So kind of, yeah.
Yeah, it sort of depends on the movie though. Because with the
yeah.
Marvel Cinematic Universe, you'd much rather prefer to watch all the movies to,
No,
to
but-
understand the sort of subtleties and like,
Yeah.
oh, that's a nice clever little thing they added. But
No, but I'm
I
talking
see what
about
you mean,
historical
no, no.
epics, like say, for example, Dunkirk, or
Yeah.
So you don't have to find out about the war and who did what and where, because the story will actually
sort
tell
of
you.
just it's like its own sort of micro
Yeah.
universe of sorts. All you have to know is
yeah.
what's happening within the movie. You don't actually have to know what's outside.
Exactly.
Because you're only set within the perspective of that scene or that scenario.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so thank you for joining me once again.
Well, thank you for letting me be here.
You're more than welcome, and you're welcome to come again and react to some more stuff. I'm sure Indian films are going to blow your mind.
Probably. I've never had the opportunity to watch them, but I will now watch most of them.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. So I'm glad you enjoyed this experience. Please tell the viewers to like, share, and subscribe.
Please like, share, and subscribe to this wonderful channel. You will not regret it.
And because that helps the YouTube algorithm. And of course, they've got to press that little bell icon because...
So you get the notifications. Because, in fact, some YouTubers have actually not been getting... have had their audience not been getting the notifications because sometimes YouTube turns it off. So be sure to tap it on or to check if you've tapped it on.
Thank you very much, Alex. And see you in the next video.
See ya.
Goodbye.